Hi, Cam.
Hello, Hayley. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining me. Obviously, this chat is a little bit later than usual. Usually, I record these exit interviews straight after the episode's gone to air, but it's been a week since we saw you leave the game. Can you
Yeah.
tell me what it was like watching your episode where you left back?
Oh man, I can't lie. It was mixed emotions, but I felt like my episode was really funny. Like when I was watching it back, I was laughing quite a bit, Like it was just very me coded, to go out in that kind of fashion. There was obviously a part of me that was just like, oh my gosh, I was so close, and maybe if I'd just been a bit more quiet, things could have been a bit different. Um, but yeah, there was a lot of feelings. Most of them were positive, though. It was cool to see.
It was a really surprising vote, I think, for
Mm,
everyone. How
yeah.
did it feel in the moment?
Oh, in the moment, it was raining down like crazy. Like that was one of the worst days possible. And there was a voice in the back of my head saying, if you go home today, you're gonna have an opportunity to shower. You're gonna have an opportunity to clean yourself. So in the moment, it probably would have been worse on a nicer night. But in that moment, I was like, okay, it was meant to be this way. I had a good run. I made it quite far. And I didn't have to wake up to maggots. So yeah, it was okay.
Well, I mean, you talk about going home to a shower, but you had just come off the back of an overnight reward,
Yeah, yeah,
which was a little bit controversial. So,
yeah.
can you
Yeah.
talk me through that and I guess your decision behind taking Keely and Sally?
Yeah, a little bit controversial. It's real hard when you're with so many wonderful people, to make that choice. And Sally was an angel out there. And I know that she won the car. I'm very much aware of that now. But she hadn't had much of a chance to eat food out there. She had been on Redemption Beach. She hadn't won any food rewards that whole time, except for a massive fish that Ben and Blanche took home that was like way too big to even cook properly. So yeah, she was hungry, man. And I thought, let me do something nice by her. She was in my alliance. And if I took two members from my alliance, then Keely, Brooke, Jackson, they could go find idols. So I thought it was smart to bring Keely as well. And maybe, mend some of our relationship breakdowns and hopefully be able to see eye to eye a little bit better, you know? So yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, poor Loz.
It really is hard. Like, in terms of winning a reward like that, that everyone wants, it is a really tough spot to be in to have to make that decision because a lot of the time, no matter what you do, it's going to upset
Yeah.
somebody. And it felt like it really did. I
hmm
guess at Tribal as well, you called it a mistake. Can you talk me through, I guess, trying to navigate what to say at Tribal Council to describe the decision and keep everyone happy?
It's interesting, because not everyone has to be happy. I just needed three other people to be happy, to be real. So I don't know. I can't help myself, yeah. I'm a straight shooter. When I talk, sometimes it gets me in trouble, but like I'm just gonna say things how I see them most of the time. And in that situation, I was like, yeah, I did make a mistake. I should have taken Loz. Like I had a lot of love for Loz and I wanted to do right by her, but I was like, come on, we got 7 more days left. Like one more week. You've done 38 days. Let's stay strong and let's hopefully win a whole heap of money. Um, so I was hoping that Loz wouldn't be too offended and she would understand the sincerity in my apology, but yeah, I guess not.
While you were on the reward, did you second guess your decision at that point?
Yeah, yeah. When there's a moment where I realized that Keely had already had a reward, because that's part of my decision too. Like, I was just trying to do right by everyone. Like, there's a side to Survivor that a lot of people don't get to see, or maybe you don't fully interpret when you're watching, but it's so hard, yeah, like really difficult. And I guess the further I got into the game is like, how can I make these days easier for people and easier for myself? Like that's just my nature. It's what I do in my day to day with work and things like that. So I'm like, if other people are happy, I'm happy. So um, I thought, let me do something nice by Keely at the same time. And then I realized, oh my gosh, she's had the high tea, she's won. So she found the idol. Like she shouldn't be here with me. But as soon as I realized that, I was like, you know what? It is what it is. We've got this wonderful display of food. We've got a shower, we've got a bed, we've got robes. Like there could be worse places to be. So, yeah, there wasn't too much regret. I can't lie. When I had that amazing night's sleep and woke up to breakfast, I was like, I don't really care who's here with me. Yeah,
I mean, you had finally got the majority in your alliance. And so
yeah,
I can see why this blindside was such a shock. Did
yeah.
watching the episode clarify things for you?
Not even, man. Like I was hoping there was a bit more to it than just like me being annoying, to be honest. Like I thought maybe, yeah, there would just be, I don't know, some talk of a bit more strategy or bargaining power or something. It felt a bit like, um, I don't know, like a bit of anger was built up. Maybe anger is not the right word, but a bit of frustration was built up by people. And I guess me having such a wonderful night and getting so much food and getting spoiled with all the things that I did, then coming in there and it was like I was basically gloating in front of people's faces. Like, I'm not surprised that it happened, but watching it back, I was like, come on, guys, we could have done better, you know? Like, surely Brooke was a more attractive option at that point. Oh, yeah, even Jackson, because that's where I was headed. But yeah, I guess not.
Do you think there was a game-ending move for you, or do you think it was a combination of things?
Yeah, what do you mean? I think that was a game-ending move. Did you see what happened? My game ended. Yeah, that was a game-ending move. 100. It probably not taking loss. I reckon that was the game-ending move. Maybe winning. If you knew how many throws I did before I landed them as well, that wasn't even my win. Like it was everyone else's loss. I'm like, I was missing shots all day. I'm like, someone should have taken that from me and kept me in the game. But um, it's weird because in a way, it's like. You're living a dream, you get the opportunity to be on this wonderful game, but then in the same breath, like it kind of got taken away from me with the best moment I ever had in there. Like that night sleep in the IKEA bed was by far my favorite moment. Like it was such an amazing time and such a great sleep. And yeah, I never had food that good in my life. Even to this day, I'm like, nothing has tasted that good. And then, yeah, to then lose it all after that, it was that bittersweet. It's kind of like I got the best moment, but also straight after the worst moment. I don't know the record books or what, yeah, but how many people have gone unanimous at 7? Like, that's got to be some sort of record, and it's definitely not a good one to have. So,
Yeah, seven usually is a quite an interesting vote, and
yeah,
it was, yeah, I don't think anyone expected to go it the way it did.
yeah, now me included.
I want to talk about your game a little bit in the sense that we saw a
Yeah.
lot of conversations where you were playing both sides and you were talking
Mm.
about making big moves.
Yeah.
I want to know what was the closest you came to pulling the trigger on one of those moves and going a different way to the way you were going.
I think it was on the Blanchard, actually. That was where I was closest to going Ben. And like I surprised myself by not going Ben that vote, to be honest. But he was someone that like both of them were people that I actually really enjoyed hanging out with. Like Blanche just cracked me up all the time and she was so much fun. And she felt really solid to me. So I kind of regretted that a lot afterwards. But Ben was also someone that just like he could just make you smile at any point. And like in those real tough times, it was nice to have someone that could just make you laugh all the time. So it was a really, I felt, yeah, between a rock and a hard place, it was a tough decision. But then once Blanche was gone, there was no way in my mind I was going to get Ben as well, without going after the returnees first. Like once Blanche had, yeah, left, there was just no way. But it was interesting. It was nice to flirt with it. You got to think. I want them to believe me, so that they're less likely to do the crazy stuff they were doing and pulling out idols and fake idols and all that stuff. So if they believe I work with them, they're less inclined to feel paranoid. So yeah, that was the reason for it. And in terms of big moves, you see how much I talk, yeah, run my mouth. Like someone, you talk the talk, you want to be able to walk the walk. And unfortunately for me, I just did a whole lot of talking. But I didn't want to be the person that talks with no action. I definitely wanted that action. So yeah, I got big move riders. I never cured it, but that's okay. The ambition was there.
Yeah, and you talk about kind of those sliding doors moments, that moment where in that tribal council, like one vote could have changed everything on
I
that at the
know.
time Blanche went home. Another moment, and I think this was like you really showed some good instinct when
Mm.
Arsha went home. You sort of picked up on the fact that something wasn't right. Do you wish you had have trusted your gut a little bit more in the game?
Yeah. 100%. I wish I had. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to look back on because yeah, I think a part of the fear of losing or going home kind of stunted me a little bit in a way that I didn't expect it to happen. Like I wish I was a bit more open with yeah, my thoughts because I do feel like consistently I had a good read, and I just wasn't able to translate that or to get that message across. And I feel, I don't know, sometimes it's difficult um to convince people of stuff, or I guess the fear of like saying something and as an absolute and then getting it wrong. Um, but I definitely wish I trusted my instincts more. There were many times where I was like paranoid or felt like things were off and I didn't back my gut. And I guess there was talk of that. Like a lot of the attorneys actually spoke about like that's a good skill to have is to be able to know when to trust your gut. And so much of this game is strategic, but there is an element of luck. And I guess you can create your own luck, but for me, the luck just wasn't in my favor a lot of the time. But thank you. I did feel like my instincts were on point.
I'm trying to think back, and I don't know the votes exactly, but I'm pretty sure. Like, I mean, Arsha was such a hit to your game because obviously you and
Yeah.
Arsha were very close. But if she had have played that idol,
Mm.
potentially you could have gone home. Is that
Yeah,
right? Because Brooke put a vote
yeah,
on you, and then
yeah,
there was a vote on Ben. I don't think there was
yeah,
enough to send
exactly
him
right.
home. So
Yeah,
that could have ended your game so much earlier.
exactly. There you go. So, in a way, it kind of worked out for me personally, but I should have seen the signs. Like, I was really suspicious of Brooks. I don't know why I put that vote on Brooke in the end. Because I genuinely felt like she had an idol. Um, yeah, she was just moving too sheepish, man. And she did that on the back of her bluff to Sally. So it's like, I know you're good at lying as well. So like it just all of it combined. Um, but it was just, I don't know. I guess in that moment I had too much trust in Simon to be putting a vote on Ben. Like I expected the way I'd interpreted it is Simon had annoyed people by not throwing the fire challenge, and this was him making it up, was like to vote with us, which he was very good at. Like he was very good at kind of playing that I guess like lost puppy kind of vibes where he's like, I'm very sorry, let me make it up to you. And you've seen him do it consistently, and something about them tears or the way that he spoke, like kind of was really good at convincing people that he was working with you. And sometimes he just had the perfect amount of deceit. Um, but yeah, I should go and hit my game, but I guess yeah, I was glad that I didn't go. And to have Brooke as the first person to ever write my name was pretty legendary. Like I feel like she went at 7 as well in her first season. She wrote my name down first. Like there's some kind of connection there. I don't know, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, we love seeing that rivalry between the two of you. It seemed
Yeah,
like it was clear you weren't working together, but you still tried to pretend, but both of you both knew that it was never going to happen.
yeah. Nah, frenemies, like we said, like a lot of I hope mutual respect, but I had a lot of respect for her and her game, and I think she liked me as a person. But the way things were, I'm very hard-headed. I was very stubborn, and I guess as was she in a way. But probably she had more reason to be because if she jumped ship and worked with me, she knows that she's losing people that actually cared for her game, whereas I didn't have much care to see her play much longer. So yeah, but outside of it, it's been nothing but love. She's lovely and she's been really sweet and helped a lot with the process. Like she's done this before, so you can always learn from her.
Looking back, is there anything that you would have done differently?
Man, I think I would do a much better job at reading numbers. Like something that just was so apparent to me as I was watching it back, and also as I went further in the days, is how like you don't always need the majority to make something big happen. You just need to know where the numbers are lying, you know? if there's two groups of people going at each other, then if you take a couple people from either side, you can completely flip a vote. And as long as you have mutual interest, that could be pretty easy to do at times. And the other thing would be keeping your relationship strong. That is I've said it in another interview, but for anyone that's applying or going into the next season, never assume that you and someone are on good enough terms to vote together without having proper discussions with them, and discussions that don't just revolve around the game. Like, check in with people. How are you feeling? What's going on? Tell me about your family. Tell me about some things in your life. Make sure that they know that you care about them. Because, if you don't do that, they'll have reason to get you.
Let's get to the quickfire questions. Who was your favorite person in the game?
Asha.
Who had the most annoying habit and what was it?
Oh, probably Simon crying.
What was the proudest moment of your game?
Winning the challenge to go to the IKEA award. Oh, proudest moment, taking Brooke on the family award, actually.
Most embarrassing moment of your game?
Can I say getting voted out unanimously? Is that embarrassing enough? Yeah.
What song sums up your time on Survivor?
Many Men by 50 Cent. Yeah. Because many men wish death upon me, man. Everyone turned it on me. So I felt like, everyone was after me. Many Men by 50 Cent, definitely.
Would you ever play Survivor again?
100%, man. Call who you know, tell them that we need more of me.
If you could be on any other reality show, what would you be on?
Big Brother. Big Brother, 100%. Yeah.
Why?
I just feel like at least you have food out there and the public get to vote, yeah? I'm telling you, when they watch me live, the public would have kept me in, man. It was the people out there that didn't want me. But I reckon if you put the faith into the public, I'll do well. Describe
your Survivor legacy in 3 words.
Loud, entertaining, tragic.
Thank you so much, Cam.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Hayley.
Yeah, congratulations on making it this deep in the game. It's not an easy game to play and the conditions are tough, and that Samoan rain is full on, and so you should be really proud of being able to tough it out.
Thank you. No, I am very proud. I appreciate you and those kind words. Hope you enjoy yourself, and good luck on the rest of your interviews.
Thank you so much, Cam.
Bye-bye.